At approximately 11 p.m. on Tuesday, September 8th, 2020, Las Vegas Metro PD officer Dustin Kettering conducted a traffic stop on Joe W. Brown Drive after observing a red Pontiac G6 nearly crash into another vehicle while making an unsafe lane change. The car would initially pull over at Officer Kettering's request, but when he approached the vehicle, the male driver refused to roll down his window more than 2 inches. The driver, however, would comply with Officer Kettering's request of handing over his driver's license and vehicle registration. He was identified as 37-year-old Matthew Patton, a Utah native.
Hi, how you doing? You doing okay? You know why I stopped you? Yeah, where are you heading to?
After the documents were handed over, Officer Kettering returned to his patrol vehicle to run standard record checks on Matthew and the vehicle. Over the course of a few moments, it was discovered that Matthew had an active full extradition warrant from Utah for burglary. He was also considered armed and dangerous, had violent tendencies, was a known drug user, and was a violent sex offender. While Officer Kettering was running his background check into Matthew decided to go live on Facebook.
Well, here I am. I don't know what to do now. I have no doubt they're going to be walking back up here. He's probably just waiting for backup. It's probably him in front of me coming to block me in. No doubt about it. What do I do? What do I do? Alright, here we go. I'm back. I don't know how this live thing works. I'm guessing that you can like see your comments or something. I could really use some help right now, some advice. Sitting here a long time. What has it been, 10 minutes? The light's really bright. I do that on purpose. Just heard a couple other cars pull up. Why is it taking so long?
After checks were completed, Officer Kettering called for additional units to respond to his location for assistance. As you would have seen in the Facebook Live, Matthew was fully aware of this and must have known the jig was up. When backup arrived, everyone was briefed on the situation at hand, and a plan was made to take Matthew into custody. Everyone was to remain calm, and hopefully everything would go well. For roughly 25 minutes, Officer Kettering, along with other law enforcement officials, calmly engaged with Matthew to convince him to exit his vehicle.
You're not gonna get out of the car? What's up? I can't hear you, man. If you get out, you're gonna go to jail for a long time? What's going on? Okay. 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 Alright. Do me a favor, go on step on out, alright? It's really hard to hear out here with this wind. Control North 2, subjects refusing to get out of the vehicle. One North 2, subjects refusing to get out of the vehicle. Can you step on out? Look, man, I don't know what happened, but I just want to get all this straightened out. I feel more comfortable talking to you outside the car, okay? Okay?
Matthew would go on to produce a knife from his pocket during the exchange with officers, and although reports say he didn't initially threaten them with it, they were put on high alert for obvious reasons. Still though, they continued to speak with Matthew in a peaceful manner in order to secure an arrest, but Matthew was having none of it. Out of nowhere, he put the vehicle into gear and fled the scene.
Hey guys, if you guys see a free moment where there's no cars, well, let's pit him. We got a million patrol cars here, we got an open spot, do it.
F5 turning southbound the boulevard, we got a unit right behind it.
Scan 5, copy.
Once we do it, don't run up to him, okay? Nice and slow.
F5 2-1 successful pit, and okay, he's going to be pitted. He's going to be on the sidewalk just south of, on the boulevard. Just south of the SLS, roll it. F5 416, actually he's on foot, he's running southbound on the boulevard, units are in pursuit. I can't go down this building.
Copy that, for pursuit southbound boulevard.
F5, okay, he's not cooperating, he's rolled up his sleeves like he wants to fight officers. He's backing up the officers in a fighting stance, continuing to run southbound on the boulevard. Got the light on him. Yep, watch crossfire. Units coming up northbound on the boulevard, watch your crossfire, guns are pointed south. He's taking off his shirt now, he's got an undershirt underneath, and he's in a fighting stance. If units can get close enough to tase.
Units watch crossfire.
F5, he's still backing away from units, looks like a pretty heavy set male.
Stop northbound Las Vegas Boulevard traffic.
Once we do it, don't run up to him, okay? Nice and slow.
Okay, he's going to be pitted. He's going to be on the sidewalk just south of, on the boulevard.
Get out of the car! Get on the ground right now! Don't reach for it! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Drop that knife! Drop that knife! You drop it! I will shoot you! Drop that knife! Drop that knife! I'm pulling back!
Drop the knife and get on the ground now.
Okay, copy.
Drop it!
Matthew was thought to have drove at a relatively normal speed during the 21-mile pursuit, although he did run several red lights. Police would eventually bring his vehicle to a stop after successfully deflating 2 of his tyres, and then performing several pit manoeuvres. You see, some initial ones had been unsuccessful. When the vehicle came to a standstill, Matthew attempted to flee on foot, and produced not only the initial knife he pulled earlier on, but rather 2. Officers would repeatedly tell him to drop said weapons, but he didn't listen and would eventually run towards police in an attempt to escape them. This would result in Matthew being shot to death by police. During a public fact-finding review of the case, which was held on July 26, 2021, it was noted that the officer's conduct was within the law, meaning no criminal charges would be placed against any of the officers involved.